Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Check this out, y'all.
My gyno dropped me because my hoo-ha was so bad.
It smells like booty in here.
Yeah.
I'm getting a nervous feeling in my stomach. I might start farting.
I hate going in the bathroom after that stink ass. Like, I can't even afford to go in the bathroom because I'm not pulling my out in that stink ass air. Like, I can't do it.
Did y'all see that video that creator made when she said her and her girlfriend was out? She said they goes to the bathroom and she smells an odor. So listen, her being a friend, she tells her girlfriend, she said, listen, she said, I think you got BV. It smelled like you got a little something going on. She was like, maybe you should go get checked out, you and your boyfriend, because it smelled like BV to me. Well, baby,
Yo, Rena, what's good?
Ladies,
I'm hanging in there.
we need to have a serious conversation
I'm
about
sick
that
as
smell.
hell, but
I did a video a few months ago
I appreciate
where
the
I talked about
love.
Brazilian waxers blowing the lid off of some of their unhygienic customers, and that video blew up. And I saw so many comments from you all who watched the video, and you shared your own personal testimonies, your own personal stories with encountering people who had
I'm
a
sick as
situation
hell,
going
but I'm
on down
making
below.
it.
But I want to have this conversation here today on the platform because in the past month and a half, I've had to have this conversation with a few women, letting them know
what's good,
that there was
cuz?
something off down there. And it's not an easy conversation. What women have been saying all along, and doctors sort of ignored
Hey, Shawnee,
it. But now
welcome.
they're admitting, okay, there's some validity there. So please watch all the way to the end. This is going to be it's not an easy conversation to have. It's extremely difficult. But I want to
look better?
just kind of blow the lid off of this
goodness.
thing. Like, let's just really have a conversation about what's going on down there. And I specifically want to talk about one imbalance or infection in particular. It's called bacterial vaginosis, because a lot of women just
talking today about this bacterial
vaginosis.
vaginosis, man.
Think it's just
It's
a part
a
of their
hot
normal
topic.
smell. Some don't understand it, and we're just going to have that conversation today. But I want you all to watch all the way to the
Disclaimer.
end, because I want to
This is
give you all some
this
scripts,
is for
some verbiage, just some
this
easy
is a
conversations
public
that you
service
can have to
announcement.
broach
This
the
is for
topic
educational
with
purposes.
the women in your life. If
This
you
video here is for
are
educational
experiencing this and you
purposes.
just don't know what to say because you're like, it's such an uncomfortable topic. I'm also going to be reading from some articles that basically validate what women have been saying all along, and doctors sort of ignored it. But now they're admitting, okay, there's some validity there. So please watch all the way to the end. This is going to be a really good, robust conversation. I want to encourage dialogue down below in the comment section. Don't be shy about sharing your own stories. Let's just get right into it.
Shawnee, welcome. One love, family.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yeast Infections Having a Smell. Yeast infections don't have a smell. They just...
Sorry, y'all.
Been saying all along, and doctors sort of ignored it. But now they're admitting, okay, there's some validity there. So please watch all the way to the end. This is going to be a really good, robust conversation. I want to encourage dialogue down below in the comments section. Don't be shy about sharing your own stories. Let's just get right into it.
I don't know why this topic ran across my mind. I need to put a shirt on before y'all hit me for fucking nudity, actually.
Podcast. My name is
Let me do that shit immediately.
On my platform, I do social commentary and
We don't need no
videos.
lip
I
slips.
encourage my audience to have private conversations.
Set this damn thing up here.
This is one of those conversations that we keep in private that we do need to speak about.
This is a private conversation that needs to become public.
Vaginosis, commonly known as
according to this young lady.
Well, it's an imbalance in the vagina where the bad bacteria take over, and as a result, you have some really unsavory side effects. You have a thin, grayish, watery discharge. The discharge is basically the fluids that come out of the vagina. You can have a putrid odor. The smell is horrendous. I've heard a lot of people talking about yeast infections having a smell. Yeast infections don't have a smell. They don't. They don't smell like your.
They say yeast infections don't have a smell,
or the way your vagina typically smells. But they don't have a malodor. They don't have a bad odor. Yeast infections are very different. That's when you have a proliferation of yeast, fungus. The vagina is very delicate. It has a very delicate ecosystem. So if one thing is out of whack, if you have more bad bacteria than good bacteria, and if you have, and then you're going to get a bacterial infection. And if you have more of the fungus, then you're going to get a yeast infection. And anything can throw that off. If you're someone who's not changing your tampon or your pad regularly, and you're creating this robust environment for bacteria to thrive.
I don't know what this
because
is.
You're just sitting in, we're grown. If this is not your kind of conversation, please just click off. It's fine.
Yes.
But I would love for the men to tune in too, because if you're a man who is with a woman and she's experiencing this, then you need to hear this conversation as well.
Men, tune in.
But if you're just sitting in a pad or you're leaving a tampon in for a long period of time, you're creating this horrible, horrible scenario for your vag, where you can develop a bacterial infection or even a yeast infection or yeast imbalance, because that's really what it is. Another thing that causes BV, sex. A man's sperm, especially if he is finishing inside of his lady, is going to change the atmosphere in there. The vagina is very acidic, and men's semen is alkalinic. So when that meets together, it can create
acidity
storm that allows for
that alkali
to proliferate.
It's a perfect breeding storm for bacterial vaginosis.
Like,
okay.
Oh, wait, what's going on here? I don't get BV unless I have sexual intercourse. And once I have sexual intercourse, it's like this thing comes back.
Let me answer this question. If you have reoccurring bacterial vaginosis, so AKA BV, and you already went to your provider and you're getting on metronidazole, you're doing Metrogyl, you're doing clindamycin, and it's still not being cured, please test for Mycoplasma genitalium and Neuroplasma.
What?
Those are hidden STIs
MSG
that can be present near the cervix or in the vagina. And when you have those, you typically will have increased risk for reoccurring bacterial vaginosis. That's just how that works. Ask your provider to test for that. The other thing is increase your vitamin D status. You're low or deficient, and that will also improve your immune system to prevent vaginal infections. Because if you want to take a probiotic, there is one on my showcase that is also great. But to be honest, you really should test for Uroplasma and Mycoplasma.
And they're saying that a lot of men, particularly if they're uncircumcised, can carry a lot of bacteria in their foreskin, and that's passing it on to women. And even for the men who are circumcised, they can also transmit this bacteria onto women. And so that's what's causing a lot of these women to have BV. And even when they're treated, the minute they have sex, it comes back. And so that recurrence is what's really killing the sex life.
My gyno dropped me because my hoo-ha was so bad. I got my first yeast infection, in my life at the ripe age of 27. It was after a round of amoxicillin because I had strep throat, so I took a course of antibiotics, which I had taken so many times previously, but this time, for whatever reason, my body decided to get a yeast infection from it. When I tell you, I was starfished in my bed, sobbing, crying, and not understanding what was happening, calling everyone I know, trying to ask if I feel this, and this, what is going on, and everyone was like, oh yeah.
Her hoo-ha was so bad.
A yeast infection. I was done bad, and I went and got Monistat from CVS. It was at night. I had a flight through about 5 gynos in my hometown in Miami, and then I went to this guy who everyone said was the best guy. Her
hoo-ha.
Let's
get back to it. This lady's hoo-ha was out of whack, so her
going to a gyno.
Her OBGYN got rid of her hoo-ha.
Went away, or so I thought, and then about 3 or 4 weeks later, I had BV and a yeast infection, which also I never had BV before that.
Double whammy.
This entire cycle of taking
in the
antibiotics
crotch.
for BV and then getting yeast infections.
Now that's a kick in the crotch
BV,
right there.
Taking the diflucan and then getting BV again about 4 to 6 weeks later, and just round and round we go. I went through about 5 gynos in my hometown in Miami, and then I went to this guy who everyone said was the best gyno here. Went to him. He treated me for BV, and then about a week after finishing my treatment, I had symptoms again, and I didn't know whether it was BV or yeast infection. And I called him and I said, hey, I have these symptoms. What do you want me to do? Do I go in? Do I get a swab here? What do I do?
He said, find another damn doctor. That's what he said.
This is kind of the end of the line for me.
That
At this
shit.
point, I was outside walking my dog while I was on the phone, and when he told me that, I literally just stopped. And I was like, okay, so now what? Mind you, this all happened within about 8 months. And while this was happening within the 8 months, I kept on taking the antibiotics and the diflucan. I wasn't getting anywhere. I was doing research on my own and figuring out that I had an imbalance in my biome. And what I really needed was to get my good bacteria up here, because obviously it had depleted. And that's why the infections were occurring. I asked every single doctor I went to, like, hey, do you have a recommendation on probiotics or like any type of like maybe holistic like route that I could go? Every single one was like, yeah, I just don't know much about it. Like, I don't recommend it. Here's the antibiotics. That all ended about a year ago, thank God, because I put all of my energy into making sure that my biome was as balanced as I could possibly be. That meant taking probiotics religiously, which I do every single day. I don't think I missed a day in like a year. I don't wear underwear, and if I do, it's all cotton underwear. I get mine from Aerie. I cut back on sugar drastically. I also put a lot of probiotic-rich foods into my diet so that I can make sure that I'm also intaking them that way. And that includes plain Greek yogurt,
that's a lot to keep your pussy,
pickles,
you
pretty
know.
much anything fermented.
That's
If
a
you
lot.
are going
That's a
through
lot
this
of
journey,
upkeep
I'm
there.
so sorry. Nobody wants to be here. I understand that, but we do get through it.
So let's see some stats here, and I'm going to see if I can put this on the screen. But it says BV is a common infection that strikes
Takes a
when the
lot of
natural
maintenance
balance of
to,
bacteria
you know,
in the
maintain
vagina
that hoo-ha,
gets thrown
ladies.
out of whack. About 35% of women will
Here's the
experience it at
statistics.
some point in their lives, and is usually treated with antibiotics. But for more than half of the patients, the infection comes back within 6 months, kicking off a frustrating cycle. So another thing I need to point out too is that if you're somebody who gets sick a lot or you're immunocompromised, so you go to the doctor and they give you antibiotics. Let's just say you had a tracheal infection, a respiratory infection or something like that, and they give you antibiotics to combat the bacteria. Those antibiotics don't know to target just the bad bacteria that's causing an issue with your tracheal infection.
Hey, ladies, go ahead and click on the sister's channel right here. The Bahamian Girl, This Bahamian Girl. Shout out to This Bahamian Girl for educating women around the world about the hard subjects such as bacterial vaginosis. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to this young lady. This Bahamian Girl. Now back to this here video. Disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes. Trying to educate my sisters
Or whatever
about their
so it
hoo-has.
kills all of the bacteria, and when it kills all the bacteria, it allows the yeast inside of the vagina to proliferate, because there's nothing to keep it in check. The bacteria keeps the yeast in check, the yeast keeps the bacteria in check, and they live harmoniously together. But when one is out of whack,
system of checks
when
and
one is
balances.
gone, the other one will grow.
Yeah.
And so when they take these antibiotics, a lot of times it leads to yeast infections. And then they get the antifungals, and then they go and have sex after they're already cleared up. They go and have sex, and then the cycle repeats itself. So now you've got the BV again, then you've got to get the antibiotics, which then leads to the yeast infection. You clear, you go and have sex, and then it happens again. And it's a huge source of frustration for a lot of women and men.
Did y'all see the video that creator made when she said her and her girlfriend was out? She said they goes to the bathroom and she smells an odor. So listen, her being a friend, she tells her girlfriend, she said, listen, she said, I think you got BV. It smelled like you got a little something going on. She was like, maybe you should go get checked out, you and your boyfriend, because it smelled like BV to me. Well, baby, her girlfriend did not take that kindly, honey.
Girl.
She done slid her hands. They didn't got into a fight.
Slid.
But let me tell you something. You should be glad to have a girlfriend that's willing to tell you that your twat stink. That's not an easy conversation to have with
Girl, your
somebody,
twat stink.
okay?
My God.
And I'd rather my girlfriend tell me that every time I
That
go
is brutal.
piss in the bathroom, a bitch got a spray coming in and all
My
that.
God.
That's a problem.
That's a
so,
problem.
To the girlfriend, you should know you was thinking before you came out. Because
Right.
we know first.
You knew your
And
pussy
if
was stinking
you
before she
didn't know,
came out,
you
she
should
said.
be glad that you had a girlfriend that was willing to tell
You know what I'm saying? You ought to have been
talked
happy.
about by somebody.
This lady trying to help you with your hoo-ha and everything.
Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
It's weird to me that
Hey,
a
you
lot
want
of
to
women
slide
don't
her
really
ass?
check themselves.
Come on, man.
They don't check themselves at all. It's like when you're removing your underwear, you should be taking a look to see if anything looks off.
Yeah.
And certainly if it smells off.
Right.
And if you don't even have to put your panties like to your face.
Yeah, I mean, come on
you
now.
just pull it down and you
That's
can smell
it. That's it.
off.
Bend over a
But
little
some
bit.
women,
You smell it.
I don't know how, think that is just like that's just their normal smell, and it's not.
Nah,
I heard a girl
they
on
don't think
YouTube, and
that.
I'm about to be a bit graphic here. So if you're somebody who gets grossed out easily, please do not listen. Just skip forward like a few seconds or something.
No,
like
we're gonna listen to
But
this
she
shit.
said BV smells like you flipped upside down and someone defecated in your cooch. Her words, not mine. Okay. Also,
let me see. Let me tell y'all. Hey, listen. One woman said this about the smell from BV. Listen.
Here, so if you're somebody who gets grossed out,
this is what one woman
please
said.
Do not listen. Just skip forward like a few seconds or something like that. But she said BV smells like you flipped upside down and someone defecated in your cooch. Her words, not mine. Okay. Also, that fishy odor is more noticeable after you have sexy time. So once you have the sexy time, you're going to smell it even more. Because again, especially if the man is finishing inside of you, then it's just going to be even more pronounced. And then finally, there's a mild vaginal itching. And it is possible to have both, to have BV and yeast infection together. So those are the things that you have to look out for.
A pressure cooker.
And another thing that people need to understand is that a lot of women do not know that they have BV. I've said this in a previous video and I'm going to say it again. A lot of them do not know. Doctors say that 84% of women may not even know that they have BV because they don't have any symptoms. So that's entirely possible too, that you don't have a smell, you don't have the discharge, but you can still have it. And a lot of times having BV and it's untreated can lead to infertility. It can give you issues if you're doing IVF. It can have long-term consequences for your body. So even if you don't have the symptoms, it's still important that you get tested. And you would get tested when you're going to get, like, for example, your pap smear. People should be going and getting their annual pap smears. Or if they just feel like something is off, even if they don't know what it is, they should still be going and getting just a lady examination just to check it out. This article says BV also can trigger widespread inflammation that messes with more than just your comfort. Untreated, it's been linked to infertility, IVF failure, preterm birth, increased risk of sexually transmitted infections, and even gynecological cancers. So recently, I went into two spaces. One of them was a women's bathroom, and the other was a women's dressing room area. I've known, and I know many of you have known about, the women's bathroom area. Sometimes you will go behind someone if it's just like a one-person stall. Someone uses the restroom very quickly, so they couldn't have done number two. They had to have done number one. And so you go behind them and you smell like a really foul odor, and you're like, what is that? It doesn't.
Wait. They gotta show you who they got up there for the foul odor, Lord Jesus. You ever walked in the women's bathroom, ladies? After a woman just walked out and you have this facial expression?
The women's bathroom area. Sometimes you will go behind someone if it's just like a one-person stall. Someone uses the restroom very quickly, so they couldn't have done number two. They had to have done number one. And so you go behind them and you smell like a really foul odor, and you're like, what is that? It doesn't smell like a fart. It smells like the vag, and it's horrendous. Well, I recently went into a ladies' room, and it wasn't just a single room. It was like,
hey, let's get some comments.
And
let's get some comments up for this shit.
Was right next to me. She came in, and you could hear her peeing.
Right.
You could hear her peeing.
Right.
And nothing else. And then she flushes the toilet, and the scent just kind of wafted over.
Wow.
The scent just kind of wafted over.
The scent wafted over.
So foul.
Foul.
It was like, it took your breath away. Second incident. All this happened within the span of a week, and this is why I literally was like, I have to do this video. I went into a boutique, and inside the boutique were a few, which clothing changing rooms. So
is this Bahamian girl going around the world smelling fucking
there was
bathrooms?
Only one person in there. You could hear, it was empty everywhere else. And
come on
one
now.
door closed. And
is that what you're doing, this Bahamian girl?
Just one person in there, and the whole area
a series.
Stunk so bad. It was just,
she had to make this video because
it was like I wanted to like knock on her door and just like kind of give her some advice. But of course, I don't know this person, but it was this lady. It was really, really bad. And I'm not saying this to embarrass anyone. I think the problem is we're not having these conversations enough. I read
shit.
On
hey, Shawty.
Why is everybody talking about BV
I ain't fucking with you.
Like, is all of a sudden
someone
go
get who?
Having BV and having
who need to hear this?
Infections? And I'm like, no, they've always been having them. They just don't talk about them because nobody wants to be attached to the stigma of having a smelly cat. Okay.
My God.
So
my God.
What women do is
not
they
the
keep
smelly
it quiet,
cat,
or they try to like research it on their own or try to figure it out on their own. But in the community, as we're talking, that's when you start to get some answers as to what could possibly be going on. And I think too, a lot of reasons why we know that the women out there who have this odor,
gotta
some
get
of
that
you
cat
are
right
married
now.
to them, some of you are dating them, and you just don't know how to approach this topic.
Bitch, you stink. Fuck you mean? Hey, your twat stink.
Cooch has
hey,
an odor.
Boo.
And
your pussy stink.
So what happens?
Hey, boo, you don't smell that?
Anything.
Fuck you mean you don't know how to approach the subject?
Earlier, like left untreated.
You shouldn't be approaching the bitch if you can't approach the subject.
You know you don't want to be in the same space with someone who has. I mean, I wouldn't want to be around somebody who has bad breath or bad hygiene or bad body odor or any of that stuff. And so I think it's best to tell people, but you have to be receptive to people telling you. And a lot of people aren't.
I hate going in the bathroom after I got some steak ass. Like, I can't even afford to go in the bathroom because I'm not pulling my feet out in that stink ass air. I can't do it.
That's right. You don't even want the air to touch your butt. God damn. I mean, this is real problems in real life that women are going through, yo. Can't just be going pulling your coochie out when they got bacterial vaginosis air in the air. Shit.
As I said, it is extremely difficult to broach this topic with someone.
No, it is not.
So my advice to
you fucking stink. Hey, bitch, don't come around here now because you stink.
Now, don't go to someone and be
like, hey, you need to make an appointment. What the fuck?
Don't be nasty with it when you say it. Like, don't be mean spirited with it.
Yeah, don't be mean and shit, but be definitely be upfront. Really hey, you stink. Fuck.
Like, don't do that.
Hey, I'm not fucking with that because that shit don't smell right.
Tell you. But for those of you who get
don't pussyfoot around with it neither.
Upset, who thinks someone's just hating and all that
stuff.
Hey,
Nietzsche, I'm trying to make it,
Do you know how much balls it takes to come and tell someone about themselves?
It don't take no balls at all. Hey, boo, you stink.
You should be very grateful that they're telling you because they could just keep talking behind your back and say nothing.
If they close enough to if they close enough to you that they can get close enough to you that they can smell, you can smell them. I think y'all should be able to. I think you should be able to let that some bitch know they stinking. Shit, the fuck out of here. I'm trying to make it, Nietzsche. Good to see you. You check this shit out here.
But for those of you who get angry, who get upset, who think someone's just hating and all that stuff, like, why are you
hating?
Do you know how much balls it takes to come and?
Did you hear that shit? If listen, don't try. You know, sometimes you got to be tactful when you say this shit to people because they might think you hating on them, ladies. Ladies, you might go to your girlfriend and tell her cooch stank. You know, her hoo-ha is a little off. And she might think you a hater. That's all right. That's all right. Hate anyway. Hate on, goddammit. Tell that son of a bitch she stank. You might save a cooch.
I want to tell you. But for those of you who get angry, who get upset, who think someone's just hating and all that stuff, like, why are you... Do you know how much balls it takes to come and tell someone about themselves in that way? They're telling you for a reason, and you should be very grateful that they're telling you because they could just keep talking behind your back and say nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
So definitely be open to that.
They could just keep calling you a foot dragging,
it's more common
stinking hoo-ha heifer.
Multiple sex partners.
Hoo-ha.
Or maybe a woman who was abstinent for a while and then she was good and then she starts again with a new partner and then it triggers that because again
that's the problem right there. All these goddamn partners
biomes or two different bodies coming together. Your own thing going on individually and then you're mixing and some people just don't mix. There are women who could be with a man and constantly get BB.
Y'all can't be doing all that mixing up and shit now.
And we've read so many of these reports.
Hoo-ha, man. You got to keep your hoo-ha to yourselves.
It's years and years and years passing. Nothing has happened. So they're just not compatible in that way. So I came across this article from the New York Post. The articles are all over the place, but I thought this one was interesting because
all right, let's get it.
To this woman. I think she created some product for men who are infecting women. So I want to
men who are infecting
Her
women.
Name is Priyanka
what
Jain.
The fuck?
She's a CEO and co-founder of Evie, which is a vaginal healthcare platform. Now,
okay, I gotta check them out.
That a lot of doctors in the past would say.
Wait, what is it? Evie? I gotta check them out. Vaginal health. Let me see. I might send some references out for vaginal health. Let me see if I got anybody on my list that I can send these references out to. Referrals.
Created some product.
I'm gonna start giving referrals out. God damn it.
For men. Who are infecting women. So I want to read this really quickly. Her name is Priyanka Jain.
Priyanka Jain.
She's a CEO and co-founder of Evie, which is a vaginal healthcare platform.
Vaginal healthcare platform. Ladies, check it out.
In the past would say, no, it's not the men.
You want to keep your vag in good health?
It's your hygiene and how you're caring for your vag that's causing these issues.
Right.
And they didn't really think that,
or how you're not caring for your vag, maybe
conduit for women to be getting BV. But she says men can carry and transmit the bacteria associated with BV because the bacteria can live on the skin and mucous membranes of the penis or genital area. They may not feel a thing, but they can still pass along the bacteria that trigger infection. And she says research shows it's more common in women with new or multiple male partners and in those whose partners don't use condoms. Just like I said earlier, uncircumcised men also carry higher levels of BV-linked bacteria under the foreskin. And she says while men don't technically catch BV, they can act as carriers and reintroduce BV-associated bacteria, which may explain why BV often recurs after treatment.
Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome.
So, for a lot of women who are just over this, there are some options.
Smash that like button, y'all.
Condoms. There are women who...
Condoms!
I don't want to...
Let me rewind that, y'all, because many of y'all missed that shit. Condoms! Huh? You ain't never seen a condom you like? Got multiple session partners. You session chocolate? These are the things that can lead to bacterial halitosis, vaginosis. You get a cough in your hoo-ha. Your hoo-ha coughing, snotting up shit. You might have men put some jimmies on, bros. Thank you, man. Thank you. Shed Light. Oh, no, that's not Shed Light. Who's that? Chad Alley. Hey, listen, fellas. Wear condoms. Huh? You with your girl? Wear a condom. You with your wife? Wear a condom, bro. You could be protecting her. And that's real deal Holyfield. You could be protecting her from certain disaster in her hoo-ha. I'm being for real now. This is not no funny shit. Fellas, listen, man. Wear a condom, man. If you care about that lady, wear a condom. It don't matter the status of your relationship. You don't know her biological, her physical makeup. You don't know her genetics. You don't know what your nut can do to her. I'm being for real, man. I get down on my wife all the time. That's cool. Well, that's cool. I mean, that's y'all. Your wife ain't popped up with no damn BV either, I'm sure, right? If she had, y'all might want to change your curriculum. That's all I'm saying. Do what you do, but do it wisely.
And she says, research shows it's more common in women with new or multiple male partners and in those whose partners don't use condoms. Just like I said earlier, uncircumcised men also carry higher levels
If it don't apply, let it fly, my nigga.
The foreskin. And she says, while men don't technically catch
keep
BV,
your foreskin clean.
They can act as carriers and reintroduce BV-associated bacteria, which may explain why BV often recurs after treatment. So for a lot of women who are just over this, there are some options. Number one, condoms.
Some people are just nasty
I don't want
like
to
that.
wear condoms. My boyfriend doesn't like condoms. My husband does not like condoms. Why should I wear condoms if I'm in a
Damn, Marissa said that shit.
Here's the question.
I know you meant no cheek busting. I got you. No anal. I got you. Marissa said,
to wear condoms?
why the fuck would I wear a condom with my man? That's exactly what she said. Why the fuck would I wear a condom with my man? This is why, you dumb bitch.
Condoms. There are women who are like, I don't want to wear condoms.
Marissa Jones?
My boyfriend doesn't like condoms.
Marissa Jones?
My husband does not like condoms. Why should I wear condoms if I'm in
West
a
Indian mammy?
Well, here's the question.
Even do corn with no condoms. Corn with no condoms.
Do you
My
want
God.
to wear condoms and be able to engage in the activity that you love with the person you love and not get an infection? Or do you want to not wear the condom and get BV, get treated, potentially get a yeast infection, get treated, get cured, have sex, get BV, get cured, get a yeast infection, get cured, have sex, get BV, then get a yeast infection, and then get cured, and then the cycle repeats. And I meant to say it over and over again.
Now, surprisingly, 3 out of 10 women are going to choose to keep going through that fucking cycle. Keep going through that cycle. Why? To satisfy that nasty motherfucker. Do you know that? Do you know that shit? Do you know that? We have some crazy ass women in this world that will continue that fucking cycle just to please a man. Odd thing I'm watching. Hey, this shit popped up in my fucking timeline, and I figured I'd share it with the people that I love.
Because that's the recurrent cycle. That's what you go through. So
I hit the hard topics, bro.
And
I hit them hard
BV,
topics.
Get treated, potentially get a yeast infection, get treated, get cured, have sex, get BV, get cured, get a yeast infection, get cured, have sex, get BV, then get a yeast infection, and then get cured, and then the cycle repeats. And I meant to say it over and over again because that's the recurrent cycle. That's what you go through. So which of those things do you want to do? The second thing is abstinence. I could just hear people going, girl, you're tripping. It's either that or potentially see if maybe that person and you are just not compatible down there. Because it could be, like I've said, many women have said, I've switched partners and never had that issue again.
See?
Maybe you just two are not compatible in that way. Now, I'm not advocating for you if you're in a healthy, wonderful relationship with someone to just leave them because of that. But
yeah. The fuck you mean? Yeah, bye, bitch. The fuck? My dick ain't compatible with your pussy. Bye. The fuck you mean? This lady, come on,
maybe
man,
that
girl.
person and you are just not compatible down there. Because it could be, like I've said, many women have said, I've switched partners and never had that issue again. Maybe you just two are not compatible in that way. Now, I'm not advocating for you if you're in a healthy, wonderful relationship with someone to just leave them because of that. But I'm just telling you, like, that's also a possibility. Here's another thing, too, what doctors have said. And they need to consider this. Women, like, I'm a tampon user. I know I'm putting all my business out in the streets, right?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
He hates that I wear tampons. He's like, you should not wear tampons. I knew that when I would get, like, bronchial infections and stuff, and I would get, antibiotics, it would definitely trigger
and vice versa,
because, of course, the antibiotics kill all the good bacteria.
And vice versa what?
The yeast would proliferate.
Who is that?
So I'd get a yeast infection, then I'd treat it and go
vice versa
away,
what? What that say?
But he also just would be like,
That's
I don't
just
like
nasty.
you using tampons. I just don't, because blood
Thank
is not
God
meant
I've
to
never
be
had
kept
any of
inside
that.
of the vagina.
Amen.
It's
Or
not.
any
It's supposed to flow
STDs.
out. And I was like, oh, but I can't do without tampons. I don't want to be feeling like I'm wearing a diaper and all that stuff. And he's like, no, I'm telling you my expertise. I don't like tampons.
Women's private parts
So
can
I was
take
like,
a beating.
I won't use tampons. So I'll switch to the cup. I didn't get a yeast infection or anything from that, but he just was like, again, I'm still telling you.
What is the cup?
When we would go for like,
wait a minute.
When I would go,
what is the cup?
But he also just would be like, I don't like you using tampons. I just don't, because blood is not meant to be kept inside of the vagina. It's not. It's supposed to flow out. And I was like, oh, but I can't do without tampons. I don't want to be feeling like I'm wearing a diaper and all that stuff. And he's like, no, I'm telling you my expertise. I don't like tampons. So I was like, okay, I won't use tampons. I'll switch to the cup.
What is the cup?
I didn't get a yeast infection or anything from that, but he just was like, again, I'm still telling you. Like,
y'all can stick a cup in there?
When I would go for like,
holy shit.
When I would go for like, pap smears and that sort of stuff, he's the type of old school doctor who asks all these.
So what, you got to take the cup out and empty? I'm going to have to Google this. I'm going to need some more research on this cup business.
Are you with that? What are you using for
compatibility?
To manage your period? All these questions. So I'd be like, tampons, I don't like those. And there was a young lady, and I'm going to put her in this video where she.
Oh, you going somewhere else? I ain't got time for that shit.
She figured out the reason why.
I made a statement, and I stand on what the fuck I said. I said that. Y'all heard what the fuck I said. I'm not going back and forth with that shit.
Take a listen.
Recently, I had a video that is
compatibility is vice versa on both sides. That's a given.
With a link attached, I am a TikTok Shop affiliate, and it was for Happy V. BV ruined sex for me. That was the title of it. Now, for anybody who works in marketing, sales, or anything, you know that is called
a baby comes out of there, and the cup is smaller.
And then what comes behind it is the meat and potatoes. That is what is going to
What's your point?
People. If you've ever seen a post about BV, there are a lot of people going to come up in the comments and talk about that man gave it to you, that man cheating on you. I didn't want to tell her it was her man. It's like, this is what I mean, where I just posted
I have no idea what a cup is either.
Doing your own research. Because
I'm gonna find out by the end of the day. I know that shit.
So if you watch this and you want to see the video,
what is a cup, Miss Simply Beth? You got so much goddamn mouth. What is a cup? Explain it. Since you said a cup is smaller, explain what a cup is in the comment section, Miss Simply Beth. What is a cup? Is it a cup that y'all put in there to catch blood? She finna explain it because she know. Somebody finna explain it. Hold on. The cup, which runneth over. They asking you to explain about the cup, Ms. Simply Beth, in the comments.
Discharge, and I did not want to have sex. Where I just posted another video about fact checking and doing your own research, because in that story, I'm going to pin that video to the top. So if you watch this and you want to see the video I'm talking about, it's going to be pinned to the top of my page. But in that video, I express how I ended up with BV and how I felt about having it. I had the fishy odor, I had a discharge, and I did not want to have sex. I tied it into the title, but it was not about sex. It was about my health, my feminine health. With that story, let me elaborate on the rest of it that I felt like I couldn't share without possibly getting a violation. So yeah, I was back and forth to the doctors with BV. Now, my boyfriend at the time did not care that I had that odor. He just wanted to get some. I had no desire to have sex. So for the people who were saying I was back and forth to the doctors because he kept giving me BV, that is not true. Because once I got it, it went away with the antibiotics, and then it came back, and then it came back, and it came back, and again. I wasn't having sex with him no more. He was trying to convince me to have sex with him still because he was okay with it. I was not, so we didn't have sex. So the fact that it came back, and came back, and came back, and I was treated for it.
OG, anything that bleeds for a week and lives is evil. You already know that shit.
As soon as I realize I have it, I schedule a doctor's appointment for
no, bleeds for a week and don't die. God damn
it. I get
it.
the treatment for it.
Don't miss that part. Don't die. You bleed for a week and don't die.
I'm taking this treatment, I'm clear for a good 2-3 days before my period comes down. So I'm on my period for 5 to 7 days. My period is done. Guess what's back? BV. You want to know why it was back? I was going to the same doctor over and over again. All this man did, a male doctor, all he did was keep prescribing me antibiotics. I went in there furious at one point, and I was like, something's got to give. You're giving me the same thing. It is getting rid of it, but it's coming back. There has to be a better solution. His solution was to put me on antibiotics for 6 weeks. He's like, you need to be on it for an extended amount of time, and this will stop that cycle.
I have no information on this cup.
So I started taking it. It didn't come back until it did come back again. So I was like, okay, here we go again. So I went back to the doctors, and I'm like, I need to see another doctor. I went to the same place and I saw another doctor. This was a woman doctor, a black woman doctor.
She asked me certain questions I had never been asked before. Of course, but when is your last cycle? Told her. She was like, do you use pads? Yes. What kind? It begins with A. Okay. Do you use tampons? Yes. What kind? It begins with A. She goes, I think that you are allergic to the dyes in your pads and tampons. She was like, that brand bleaches or dyes their pads and tampons to get it to that color. She's like, I think you're allergic to it and it keeps causing you to have BV every month. She's like, the only thing consistent every month with you is that you get your cycle every month, and after your cycle, BV pops up. I'm mind blown. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? Really? So she gives me the antibiotics again. She tells me get 100% organic cotton tampons and pads. Use that. So here I go next cycle. I done did my research. I found organic pads and tampons. My next cycle comes. I use that. It goes. No BV. The next cycle comes. I use that again. It goes. No BV. And since then, I have not had BV for a long stretch of time. When I got BV again, I did get it again. I never had it chronically again, but I did get it again. I was not even sexually active. But the point is, once I changed the brand of my pads and tampons that apparently my body was rejecting. This is something I had used. My mom, when my cycle started at 12. We went and got the brand of pads that she uses in the house. I have 2 older sisters. They all used it. And that's what we used. As I got older and I got into modeling,
Teacup, coffee cup. What kind of cup is it? Shit.
Okay? And I went years not even dealing with BV. Years. But at some point, my body...
It probably looked like one of them IUD cups.
In those tampons that I was...
IUD cup. I remember that from when I was younger, hearing about that. Hey, Trudy, what's going on?
So I just want to say,
trying to educate my sisters.
People were in the comments saying, "Is that man?"
Educate the queens.
Your experience is your experience.
About the hoo-has.
But my experience and the reason why I was having it over
no shade
was because of brands of the pads and tampons.
So anyway, back to this article. It says, in a new landmark study, researchers found that treating male partners alongside women with BV slashed the chances of the infection coming back. In fact, the results were so strong that researchers cut the trial short to offer the treatment to everyone involved. And Ms. McLean,
welcome, Trudy.
Doctor, says treating both partners at the same time helps break the ping pong cycle of reinfection, reducing the likelihood of frustrating reoccurrences and downstream health impacts. So I'll post a link to this article down below in my description box, because like I said, this is not a sponsored post. I am not endorsing this product because I don't know anything about this. But for those of you who are interested, there is a treatment, I suppose, for both of these people. It's a 2-part
link if y'all want it. It's the link if y'all want it.
So yeah, I'll just post the link to the article down below because I just thought it was interesting. But like I said, it was a combination of things that led me to do this video. It was the comments that still come through to this day.
It was you walking in the bathroom behind women with funky hoo-has. Is what you told us.
And I would definitely encourage you all to watch that video after this one because it's a really good video. It's a fun video. This one is a little bit more serious because it's more educational, but one that we needed to have.
Yeah, they hate them educational videos, man.
In the past 2 months,
they fucking hate them educational videos, man.
Conversations with a number of women about it, and I said in my
glad to see you feeling better a little bit.
You know, in my friend group,
little bit trying to stay alive here.
To the forefront to like talk to people, and it's not something I'm
staying with my mission of educating the people.
I don't want to do it, but I'm always thinking from this perspective. If that were me, how would I feel knowing that everybody in this room were talking about me and did not even take the time to pull me aside and tell me, right? So I always operate from that premise that I'd want to be told.
What happened? Nothing.
I don't know about y'all. I'm
trying to educate my people.
I want to know everything was going on with me.
My sisters.
And so I always
and brothers.
Like that type of person is like, okay, I want to just tell this person. So before we go, let me give you some. Let me go to ChatGPT. I was just gonna make something up. But let's go to ChatGPT. I'm gonna type in something. Should I record this?
Oh, what happened with my health?
Hold on. This is
gastroparesis.
This is also not a
gastroparesis.
So let's just ask
and a wicked cold.
I am a husband whose wife keeps having a bad odor.
Oh wow.
A bad vaginal odor. Let's do that.
But I'm on the mend. I'm on the mend.
Tell her,
baby, your pussy stinks. I don't mean shit.
Help
if that's your wife, boo. Hey, boo, honey. Sugar. Try sugar. Sugar, your hoo-ha. Your hoo-ha is running everybody out the house. I mean, shit.
Let's see what ChatGPT
How many different ways can you say it?
All right. It says, this is the result. This is a sensitive situation, and you're right to think carefully about your approach. You can be honest without being hurtful if you focus on kindness, teamwork, and care. Here's a way to handle it that protects her dignity and helps her feel supported rather than criticized. So it says, choose the right moment. Please don't do this during sex. I just want to say that. Okay. Pick a private, calm time when you're both relaxed, not during intimacy. See, I didn't read that. See, let me tell you something. I didn't even freaking read that before I said it, but okay. ChatGPT, we on the same page. Not during intimacy and not during an argument. Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you don't want to be arguing and just fly off with, hey, boo, you fucking pussy stinks.
Speak with
love, that's a good point.
Not judgment.
Good point. Don't do it when you're arguing, guys.
And concern, not blame. So here's an example. Hey, love, I want to talk about something a little personal, but I'm bringing it up because I care about you and about us.
Here's some ChatGPT suggestions on how to approach
use the
your woman
if it's about us, right?
If her vag has an odor.
Be around on the same page.
Pay attention.
It makes it feel like you're both on the same team. So, for example, I've noticed a change in your vaginal scent lately.
Pay attention.
It's totally normal for that to happen, but I think it might be worth checking in with your doctor just to make sure everything is okay.
Right.
I'll support you however you need. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good right there.
Bodies change for tons of reasons.
That's
Hormones,
good.
Infections,
I like that.
pH shifts, stress, medications,
that's good right
and
there.
more.
Good
Let
shit.
her know it's common and nothing to be embarrassed about.
Common.
Here's an example. Lots
happens
of things
to everybody,
can throw off vaginal balance. It happens to so many women, it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you.
Right.
Offer support, not solutions. Instead of telling her what she should do, offer to help in a way that feels safe. If you want, I can go with you to the appointment or we can look into it together. Listen, ChatGPT, y'all need to hire me because this is exactly the kind of verbiage I would have said. I was going to say this and I said, let me just put it in ChatGPT. Then you reassure her emotionally. She might feel vulnerable even if you phrase it perfectly and with reassurance.
She might even smell funny.
You
know what I'm saying? But you got to reassure her that, hey, this shit is common, man.
This is a really, really good.
Got a whole bunch of bitches walking around.
And I love
smelling like a goddamn tuna factory. Don't worry about it, boo. We gonna work through this shit together. Me and you. Damn it. I got it. Got it.
Is the same.
Got it.
For you, you know. But again, don't do this during no argument. Please don't do this during an argument. Like you're gonna just. First of all, there's no coming back from it after that.
No coming back.
You
Damn.
say anything to the in lines of you stink cooch and that's why you smell like da 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 da. How can you come back from that?
Damn. Yeah, that's a good point.
There's no coming back from it. There's no coming back. All right.
Damn, Trudy, why you? Oh shit, I can't. I'm not even gonna read that comment. Like my big sister, I can't listen to read that shit.
Boyfriend and girlfriend and girlfriend
what
and
the
girlfriend.
fuck?
So that's your script, okay? Make it a we thing. Don't do it during an argument. Don't do it during sex.
Trudy.
Okay. I am a coworker. No, that's just too formal. My coworker's vagina has a horrible smell.
ChatGPT, help them out.
How do I tell her without hurting her feelings?
Leave a can of tuna empty on her desk at work.
And getting in trouble with HR.
And leave a note. Say, hey, you smell like this goddamn
this
tuna.
Is a very sensitive situation.
Get to your doctor immediately.
Feelings and HR implications. Do not mention anything about her body hygiene or smell directly to her.
Anonymous. Leave an anonymous note.
As harassment or inappropriate workplace conduct.
Women need to shave down there to keep smell away.
I don't know.
Shaving it, just shaving ain't gonna do it, brother. You gotta get the internals right. Fuck the shaving.
If you're close, well, not even close, but if you're dealing with someone you're in proximity,
she can have an Amazon forest down there. Well, not really.
With them or
that's like a culture for bacteria
for me,
there, but
you should be able to just kind of pull them aside.
It's the interior, man. You got to make sure that interior is right.
Because I feel like it's only harassment when you keep coming at that person. Like one and done is the rule for me. Because that's not.
Tell them one time and be done with it. She said.
Tell them. And
be done with
if they don't,
then they don't give a shit.
Then just avoid them.
Get
That's the way I look at it.
Get your
Like,
desk
you tell them
changed
because you care, and you're doing a yeoman service by telling them because everybody else is not telling them. But one and done. After that, don't go again. Then you can take it to HR or somebody else. It says, let HR or manager handle it. This is the best and safest option. You can say something like, I'm not sure how to approach this, but I've noticed a consistent odor coming from a coworker, and it's creating discomfort. I don't want to embarrass anyone or address it myself. Could HR or supervisor handle it privately and professionally? HR deals with sensitive situations regularly and will maintain confidentiality. They will speak to her in a tactful, neutral,
Nah, they ain't got no information to add.
Okay.
Black Diamond
If you
said,
are
hey,
her
Bishop in
manager or
chat.
HR told you to handle it, use neutral,
What the hell going on over here?
language focusing on the work environment, not her. For example,
we're talking about
odor has been noticed in the
creating a safe space to tell your girl her
I'm
crotch
bringing
stinks.
this up discreetly in case there's something
Bacterial
you might want to address.
vaginosis.
First of all,
This is a public service announcement.
I don't agree with this. I don't. Because if this is a work environment thing, why are you coming to me, is what the person's going to say. And rightfully so. This is why it has to be specific. It has to be where, listen, it's
because you the one stinking, motherfucker. That's what we
I
say.
noticed when you got up or when you sat down, remember we talked about this in our previous videos, your sit-down air.
Ooh.
You know, was a little tough, a little brutal. You know, it cannot be, I noticed this in the workspace.
You'll sit down and get up here. Every time you sit down in that fucking chair and get up out that funky ass chair, I'll smell your ass. That's what he's saying right there.
Keep it simple and professional.
That's what he's saying.
I agree.
Try to keep it professional.
You know, it might not necessarily be
in the workspace.
Because we also have to.
We talk about how to deal with this in the workspace now, y'all.
You know, you may have a coworker
education
who is battling anything. They might even have like cervical cancer.
I sound like Samuel L. Jackson, the movie actor.
And we're not aware of it. You're not aware of it.
My name is actually
so you just assume
on my
that
birth
it's
certificate.
A hygiene thing, like you're just not
Emmanuel S. Johnson.
Or it's BV or something.
And I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Issue that makes it really hard to keep that under wraps.
Just a little comedy.
For the work environment.
Just a little comedy for you.
I'm just telling you.
Just a little joke.
ChatGPT says what not to do.
Not being disrespectful, nothing, y'all.
Don't mention the word smell, odor, hygiene, or anything body specific.
What?
I disagree with that. Don't joke, hint.
Well, how the fuck they gonna know they stink?
I don't agree with the joking or hinting. Don't tell other.
Nah, you gotta be direct with this shit.
All of these things can
throw a joke out there, they might miss that shit. You hit a nigga dead in his forehead with that shit. Hey, bitch, you stink.
And the bottom line
that's
is
gonna take
directly with her. The risk of embarrassment, hurt feelings, or HR problems is high. Let an appropriate authority handle it professionally and confidentially. You know, ChatGPT is so helpful. If you want, I can help you draft a message to HR or your manager.
Call the police.
For this part, I do disagree.
Have my ass arrested.
You know, the HR professionals can jump in and say whatever they have to say, but I think sometimes.
Then women get mad as hell.
Better to
you
come
say
from
it
somebody
stinks.
who
well,
works close with you as long as they maintain that confidentiality, they're private and they're professional. And
let them be mad. Shit.
It's hard to avoid.
As long as they get mad enough to fix the fucking problem.
Man, I used to work with people who had like cavities out of this world. Their back tooth was wild.
Be mad at me forever. I'm trying to save your cooch for you. Shit.
Every time you say an H word, I smell.
Ooh, shit.
Come on, bruh.
Come on, bruh.
Come on,
bruh.
All of the H words. It's your mouth. How
the
can
H's
I not
and the
be
S's
specific about it being your mouth?
Come on, man.
Or your underarm area.
Oh shit.
You know?
Oh shit.
Listen.
Not the underarm area.
Y'all handle it how y'all need to handle it. But all I'm saying is keep it confidential. Be professional. Be kind if this is a workplace thing. If you don't want to handle it and you just want to tell the manager, fine. But I would
write a note.
Y'all can tell me down
anonymous
in the section like how y'all feel about this. This is going to be very long, by the way. I hope you guys enjoyed. You said you like longer videos.
Your damn work seat is funkier than a motherfucker. Can you do? If I see, they gonna know it's me. If I write a note anonymous, they gonna know this. This is Emmanuel S. Johnson right here.
And like they don't like you.
They gonna know it's me.
Who you might be cool
I would have to have somebody
with.
write that shit for me.
It's just in passing, and they say, "Hey, Becky, hey, let me holler at you for a second. Listen, I don't know if you're aware, but like sometimes like when like you walk by, I could like smell like something. Like,
yeah, that's
I don't know,
true.
you might want to get checked. Like, would you prefer for them to tell you that?
Well, if it smelled like that, you wouldn't want it no goddamn way.
A manager to come and say, hey, oh God, please, Becky.
None today, none tomorrow, nor the next.
I don't want people who named Becky to get mad
if it smelled like that, until it's cleared up.
Jusha. Hey, you want your manager to come and say, hey, Jusha, let me talk to you for a second. So it's
hey, Jusha, your hoo-ha's throwing off everybody in the office, you know?
To me, I'd rather the first. That's just me. Y'all tell me what y'all
Can you leave your hoo-ha at home and come into work, please? Oh, shit. Damn.
I don't know. Y'all tell me which one y'all prefer. I don't know. I prefer for my coworker to just come on the slide and just come and say, hey, girl.
Hey, girl, your hoo-ha
handle that.
Woo.
You know? And they handle what?
Girl.
That. And I'd be like, what?
Girl, you brought sushi for lunch today?
That's just me.
Girl, did you bring sushi for lunch today?
A meeting where my boss sits down and says, listen, it's come to my attention. And they're wearing a hazmat suit. It's come to my attention that, you know, some of your coworkers have
in a hazmat suit.
You know, an odor emanating from your
sitting there in a hazmat suit.
Listen, just take me out and shoot me in the backyard.
Take her out and just
put me down.
Put her down.
Because now I cannot even work with you. Now I'm wondering which one of you know went to the boss to talk about my kids.
God made some beautiful women.
Y'all tell me which one y'all prefer. But
and
anyway,
then he made some hideous ones.
This video was helpful in some respects. Please do your own independent research. When you go to your doctor, please talk to your doctor.
They all got hoo-ha's though. Whether they beautiful or hideous. They got hoo-ha's. And if you they got some beautiful ones with some hideous hoo-ha's. And they got some hideous ones with some beautiful hoo-ha's.
You know, focus
it's a 6 of one and half a dozen in the other type of deal. You know what I'm saying? You could get a beautiful hoo-ha full of disease, goddamn it. Or you could get a hideous, unused hoo-ha that's disease free. It's a, you know, it's a fucking roll of the dice at this point in 2025, my boy. Roll wisely, my brothers and sisters, and put on a goddamn condom.
A word. They could have said nothing. You know, I've decided to retire from the business of telling people because, you know, most times when I say it, and I do say it with love. I do. And
must have a steel nose if you don't smell yourself. I know that's right.
So you can get some help, and a lot of women have gotten help. I say it because, again, I care.
And that steel nose ain't got no olfactory glands in it either, damn it.
I don't think I have one, but I'll check it out. Or some have said, really? Like, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?
Bitch, I mean, you know, 12, you dead.
They get it fixed.
Smell like something died in this motherfucker.
A lot of times they'll say, hey, and
ask me on a scale of 1 to damn 12.
Tell me? Sure. But
1 to 10, 12.
Come across people who just
15.
They lose their minds. They don't, you know, they're pissed off that you said something like that. And so,
how dare you tell me my hoo-ha smells?
Drop your comments down below.
Well, ma'am, your hoo-ha smells.
Let me know what you think about this topic.
Hey, listen, man.
By the way, I think I said
drop your comments below.
There are ways to deal with it.
Drop your comments below.
I said the condoms,
so we can
abstain.
You know what you're feeling on this topic.
Partners because you just don't mesh well together, but also
change your partners because you don't mesh well together. I think that's where I was at. I said if your bodies are not compatible, then y'all need to get the fuck on down the road. Male and female, vice versa. That's what I said. Just to address you again, Miss Simply Beth. Because you thought you slid that slick shit in there, and you know I don't play that shit.
Stick with that kind of doctor. But I don't think being on medication long term is.
Motherfuckers are trying to be slick in the comments and shit.
You can
for no good reason at all. And I catch it every fucking time. And I told y'all.
I think you have to look into other ways. I wish this were studied more. I wish that like pharmaceutical companies or doctors or
I said if your bodies ain't
went ham on this
biologically, physically compatible, meaning y'all giving each other a fucking disease.
I've heard women talk about
no way you was trying to go with that shit. Well, let me clarify what the fuck I was saying.
Probiotics and that sort of thing. Some women have success, some don't.
I hate having to clarify shit for you slow motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, about
Try to play like you slow.
putting in your coochie.
Slick
Please don't do
motherfuckers.
that.
Y'all try to be slick.
Dipping
That's what it is.
tampons in yogurt.
Slick mouth
Please don't do that.
motherfuckers.
No. Drop your comments.
What you say, girl?
Pharmaceutical companies or doctors or scientists really, went ham on this to figure out the real genesis and how to stop it, or to have a pill that's a preventative. I've heard women talk about taking, what do you call those, prebiotics and probiotics and that sort of thing. Some women have success, some don't. Those old wives' tales, ladies and gentlemen, about cutting garlic and putting in your coochie, please don't do that.
Cutting
Dipping
garlic
tampons
and putting it in your cooch.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do that. Huh? Ladies? Don't cut up no garlic and shove it up your cooch.
Probiotics and that sort of thing. Some women have success.
They say that don't work.
Those old wives' tales, ladies and gentlemen, about cutting garlic and putting in your coochie, please don't do that. And dipping tampons in yogurt, please don't do that.
Hey! Dipping tampons in yogurt and then gently inserting them in your hoo-ha is not recommended, ladies. See, this is educational. See? I'm teaching you things not to do with your hoo-has. See, y'all think I'm a bad guy, man. Pay attention. You learn a lot from a dummy.
No. Drop your comments down below. You can follow me on Instagram at ThisBahamianGal.
ThisBahamianGal.
ThisBahamianGalTVG.
ThisBahamianGal. TikTok.
ThisBahamianGal.com.
ThisBahamianGal.com.
And sign up.
Sign up for her newsletter.
Channel, and
she can give you tips and resources to maintain your hoo-has, ladies.
You kind of pass into her, you like the video, and you're like, I think the content creator did a great job. You want to buy me a coffee? I do buy a coffee.
Hey, listen,
so you can buy me a
I
coffee.
think that this is a great video, and if you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can hit the Cash App at $BISHLO. Or if you'd like to help the church grow, you can hit us up with a donation at Cash App, UTOLM, Universal Truth of Life Ministries. We will be resuming Sunday service this Sunday. We had a fiasco this past Sunday. I didn't catch the fact that my whole fucking broadcast was muted, and neither did it don't matter. I had a fucking 2-hour broadcast that was muted, and it was a waste of a Sunday. But this Sunday, I'm going to make sure that my shit is running smoothly from A to Z. Sometimes you just got to pay attention to shit. And being that I'm blind, I can't do that. But this Sunday, I will be dead on that shit. I need to hire me a motherfucking a team that can let me know when my broadcasts are.
Everything is going to be down in the description box, and I'll put the QR code on the screen. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
But everything will come together in its own time.
Thank you so much to Garnett.
It fucking won't. Hey, hit the super chats, super thanks. Super, whatever that is. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. This was, hold on, wait a minute, hold on, let me see something real quick. See if I could stick this shit in at the end. I know I done fucked all the way up. I gotta start doing this. Hold on. Damn. YouTube. Okay. Just throw this little laugh in for y'all at the end. Okay, you ready for this, guys? I should have.
From my work is yours.
Hold on, y'all.
Hi, I'm Sari, here to answer your
Shut up, bitch. Just put that shit up on the screen. All that shit. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss it? Hold on.
Fair use allows you to reuse copyright-protected material under certain circumstances without getting permission from the copyright owner. Fair use is an exception to copyright.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. Damn it. Hold on, y'all.
Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright.
I should have done this at the beginning of my video.
Educational or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use.
Let's do it again.
Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Okay, so now I know what to do. Okay. So now, if I put that at the beginning of my videos, I should be all right? Anybody there? If I put those at the beginning of my video, I should be all right? What you think? I don't know. I don't have a YouTube mentor anymore, so. Hey, listen, that's it, y'all. Black Diamond, yes? Oh, okay. All right, so I need to figure out a way that I could and put that on every one of my videos. And I'm going to charge my phone up because I got a whole lot more I need to hit y'all with. I've been down. I got this channel I want to show y'all. Y'all probably done seen it before. I'm probably old on it, but it's a great interview channel. It's kind of like Soft White Underbelly. And I'll be back with that in probably about 2 hours, and I'll let my phone charge up, y'all. Hey, I appreciate. How are y'all? Who's y'all? You talking to the chat? We good. We good. Hello, Roxanne. We good. Roxanne, do me a favor. Consider becoming a subscriber. Put on a shirt, sir. I have a temperature right now of like 102, 101.9 or something like that. So I'm trying to lower my body temperature. Is that okay? Thank you, Roxanne. I just got out the hospital. So, if my taco meat, my chest hairs offends you, please move along. But as of right now, actually, I'm about to get off of this shit, so don't worry about whether or not I have a shirt on. Got COVID. Did I say I had COVID? Did I say I had COVID? Thank you, Roxanne. Did you hear me say I had COVID? Private, grand, what? I appreciate you for writing in all caps, as I instruct you people to. You follow instructions well, private. Roxanne said, damn, I'm wheezing. Hey, it's okay. I've seen a lot worse than chest hairs. Nah, not you, Roxanne. I was talking to private. Fever probably is COVID. Oh, you a doctor? Private, grand, whatever? You an internet doctor? You can diagnose people just by looking at them on the screen? Glad to see you're home. Oh, man, I'm glad to be home, Black Diamond. You are coming back. What time is it now? I'll probably come back on at 6. Probably come back on at 6. I want to cover some topics. Cover a topic, actually. Actually, you're an intern? Oh, well, I'm going to tell you right now, you should give up. You don't even think about becoming a doctor. Because if you think you can look at a person on the screen and tell whether or not they have COVID, you're not going to be a good doctor. You'll probably be another one of those medical unprofessionals. But don't worry about whether or not I have a shirt on. Okay? That's the whole point. Worry about dressing yourself, don't worry about dressing me. I'm 50. Private. Thank you. As long as you don't see my nipples, that's all that matters. And I try to keep my nipples out of your view. Private. But I gotta go now. It's been real. No shirt is unprofessional? For who? Hulk Hogan tore his shirt off every time he jumped in the damn ring. And he was a professional wrestler. What are you talking about? Unprofessional? I'm not in a doctor's office performing surgery. I'm sitting in my fucking bedroom. What's wrong with you people? People got to get your shit together. The fuck? Mm-hmm. Roxanne said, private. I'm gonna tell you right now. Consider getting back diamond. Be nice. I'm trying. I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it. I'm trying to go into 2026 being nice, man. But sometimes people just be going a little too far, you know, telling folk what to do and how to be and stuff like that. Don't do that, man. Damn. Everybody should mind the business that pays them. Private, it's gonna be a long journey in medical school. If you just an intern, you got a long journey. Cause until you learn how to mind your fucking business, you'll never make it as a doctor, homie. Got to learn to mind the business that pays you. And Bishop ain't even paid you no attention. See that? And you all up in me covering up my chest, which needs to be uncovered. I need to put some Vicks on it and get up under a blanket is what they told me to do. Mm-hmm. I've been doing good? Okay, good. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man. You see, listen to this shit. This is what I needed y'all to hear. You see, I'm good at exposing motherfuckers' intention. This asshole private says, the way you're talking to me, you better hope I never have to operate on you, which does nothing but reaffirm my resolve against you fucking medical unprofessionals. You couldn't possibly you'll never become a surgeon with a mentality like that. You'll never become a doctor with a mentality like that. You know why? Because the bishop just put the kibosh on your whole fucking plan, you fucking loser. I pray to the universe that you never gain success in your endeavor as an intern. You piece of shit. It's doctors out there that think like you that all need to burn in that hell that you fucking talk about, that you believe in, you ignorant bastard. You's an ignorant motherfucker, private. And now you getting hidden from this fucking channel. Get the fuck out of here. You're a piece of shit. Find something else. Find something safe to do. Sorry, Black Diamond. He brought it out of me. Bedside manners are terrible in healthcare these days. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's nothing but a bunch of medical unprofessionals You work under the best. I bet you don't. I don't believe nothing you say. Hidden. Yeah, I'm about to hide you, buddy, from the channel. Hi, buddy. Start panting like a dog. Oh, here come the fucking weirdos. Start panting like a dog. Hey, Black Diamond. You see this shit? Do you see this? You see what I gotta deal with? And then I'm expected to be this bigger person, man. I don't like being the bigger person. You know why? Because I can't never fit my fucking clothes when I'm the bigger person, man. Connie, why you laying on that wet rug, bro? The rug is wet. I got an injury that never fully healed. Because the fucking doctors at the hospital didn't even give me a cast. Yeah, because they're a bunch of fucking idiots. A bunch of unprofessionals that are just practicing. They don't know shit. That's why they say doctors have a practice. They don't know shit. These motherfuckers go to Google while you sitting there in the room to try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. I done watched them do it. These fucking Google doctors. It's crazy. Looks like my ceiling needs operated on. Oh, boy. That's a doctor, y'all. That's an intern. That's a fucking intern, guys. It's raining. That's an intern talking. Don't worry about my fucking ceiling. You asshole. Fuck you worried about my ceiling for? Seriously. Like, well, what does my ceiling have to do with you being a fucking asshole? Explain that shit. What does my ceiling have to do with you complete fucking asshole? Your mother should have taken you in her rectum. Huh? What does my ceiling have to do with that? I got 6 dogs, Roxanne. 6 of them. There go another one right here. Hi, Odie Bodie. Odie Bodie. That's Garfield. He loves the rain. I think he's eating the bone of one of his fresh kills. He killed a coyote the other day. He's a coyote killer. Private, stop talking to me, man. Go find something. I don't give a fuck how old you are, man. Nobody gives a fuck what you're going to be. You're not going to be a doctor at 27. You're probably going to be strung out at 27 if you're still alive with the way you talk. You ignorant motherfucker. Roxanne says, I love dogs. My dog passed away last year. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of dog did you have? This motherfucker's still talking. What kind of dog did you have? German Shepherd. Okay. German Shepherd mix. Oh, shit. Connie, where you at? I'll show you my little German Shepherd mix. Connie Bonnie. Connie Bonnie. Show you my little German Shepherd mix. Connie Bonnie, where you at, mama? Where you at, mama? Where's Connie Bonnie? Look at my German Shepherd mix right there. My little German Shepherd mix. My baby Connie. Hi, Connie Bonnie. And my baby. She's sleeping. She's relaxing right now. That's my German Shepherd mix right there, Connie. Oh, watch this. Let me fix this shit real quick. Damn. You all right, Odie? Why you don't go outside, Odie? I'm gonna make him work now. I'm gonna make private work. Private. Private. Pay me. Pay me. Garfield, you just gonna stay in the rain? You just gonna sit in the rain, Garfield? No, he don't care. Look at him. He's enjoying his bone. So he's a trip. That's Garfield. That's my biggest boy. He's a big boy. What you eating? You eating that bone? You want to share that bone, Garfield? Garfield, you want to share that bone? You had a couple other dogs, but I had to leave them with their uncle. Oh, okay. Just because I couldn't take the... Yeah. What's your home state? See how quickly I got rid of that idiot? Got rid of him just that quick. That's how you got to do these trolls. Delaware. I got family in Delaware. I got family right now in Bear, Delaware, Smyrna, Newark, and Dover. 4 cities in Delaware. I got family members in. Why you get up, Connie? Where you going, girl? Yeah. I got family in Delaware. I love Delaware. I couldn't live there, though, unfortunately. I'm surprised they didn't, prescribe me no antibiotics. You in Smyrna? Get the hell out of here. I got an uncle that lives in Smyrna. Big old house in Smyrna. He's retired president of Citibank, New York, 43 years, Citibank. Wilmington's? Wilmington is dangerous. Yeah, I had a cousin that used to live in Wilmington. He moved to Dover, though, I think. Or maybe Bear, I'm not sure. Yeah. See how I got rid of private? That's how you can tell it's a troll. When they don't subscribe. Oh, shoot, I got 1% left on this battery, y'all. I'm going to be back in... Recharge my phone for 2 hours. And I'll be back. I think the topic of discussion when we come back is going to be why churches are losing members in droves. All right? Talk to y'all later, man. Y'all be blessed. Till we meet again, may there be peace between me and thee. Blessings. Victor! What's good, boy? Church! 6:30. Let's get back together. What's bacterial vaginosis? Watch this video, Aditra, and you will learn. One love, y'all. Church!